It seems like we can safely say that Zombies Chronicles 2, whatever the hell it ends up being called, or maybe it won't even have a title, but I guess this is just what the community is referring to as remastered or remade Zombies maps, is going to be coming for Call of Duty Zombies within the next 3 years. Now I know that is a massive, bold statement. Not only is it a bold statement, but it's also a massive time frame. However, it does seem like over the next 3 years, we are going to be getting Treyarch Zombies back to back to back. Non-stop Treyarch Zombies action for 3 years, and in those 3 years we have evidence for potential remakes for pretty much every single game, and that is why I personally think that we can finally safely say that Zombies Chronicles 2 is probably finally going to happen. And I know this is a massive meme within the community. People are tired of YouTubers clickbaiting and speculating about Zombies Chronicles 2 or whatever the hell, but it seems very certain that we will probably be seeing some remastered or remade Zombies maps within the next 3 years. Now hear me out, we don't exactly know how they are going to release them, because now all DLC maps are free for Call of Duty, and it seems like it is unlikely that they're going to do a paid for expansion. Instead, they're probably just going to be released as free maps post-launch, just like the regular DLC cycle. So it's not like we're going to get one massive map pack like the original Zombies Chronicles featuring a bunch of classic Zombies maps brought back. So like I said, it seems like over the next 3 years there's evidence for potential remakes in every single one of those games. Now, the first bit of evidence we have is regarding Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now, according to the YouTubers who went to Treyarch to play the game early, they had heard that there are talks to have round-based back in some fashion. We don't exactly know what that means, and this is ahead of the COD 2024 Zombies release, and I don't really know how they would bring back round-based in this game. Of course, people are very skeptical about DMZ Zombies, and because of that, Treyarch may want to have an offering for other fans, but the evidence for us potentially seeing remade or remastered maps in this game is regarding the fact that apparently, according to rumors, all of the post-launch seasons are going to be based around past Call of Duty games in celebration of the 20th anniversary of Call of Duty, which is absolutely insane that it's lasted for so long. And apparently the third season is going to be themed around Advanced Warfare, and if they are going to be bringing back classic Zombies maps, how can they do this without celebrating Zombies' past history? And they cannot celebrate Zombies' past history without having classic round-based maps, for example, Kino de Toen, De Rees, or whatever maps they choose to bring back. Now, this is the most unlikely chance of us seeing remakes or remasters, I do believe so, but we have more evidence for Call of Duty 2024, and yes, that's right, Call of Duty 2025. But before I get into that information and speculation, I first have a very awesome message to share with you, and I think Zombies fans will love this. With Halloween around the corner, now is the perfect time to get spooky and check out Scare Ritual. Many Call of Duty Zombies lovers like you and I are itching for some classic round-based Zombies action, and unfortunately that's been on hiatus for quite some time, with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies being an entirely new open-world experience. Those who mostly want to try out round-based and experience some more classic Zombies are feeling dissatisfied. Well, in the meantime, Scare Ritual is the perfect game to try out because it shares a lot of similarities, and fans of COD Zombies should enjoy this too. It's an intense 1 to 4 player co-op zombie survival thriller. Shoot your way through relentless waves of ferocious horrors to complete high-octane objectives, unlock weapons and powers, and survive the onslaught of the quiet ones. Right now it's only available on Steam with a big 35% off discount. However, the 1.0 launch is coming soon to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in April 2024. The reviews speak for itself. Boss Level Gamer states Scare Ritual combines Resident Evil and COD Zombies into gory perfection. Joel Shockers say Scare Ritual is more than just an out-of-left-field co-op FPS sequel to its slow burn predecessor. It's a darn good one, filling the niche some might be left wanting for by Modern Warfare 2's lack of zombies, or I guess in Modern Warfare 3's case, no round-based. Movies, games, and tech describe Scare Ritual as a high-octane survival game with all the horrors you'll remember from your nightmares from Made of Scare. The story, action, and freaky-looking masks make this a horror game to remember. The story is a continuation from the evil ending of Made of Scare. The game is constantly updated with an average of 1 update a week during the first year of early access, and they've managed to maintain such a high standard with just a set of 5 talented indie developers brought to you by Wales Interactive. So if this game sounds like a blast to you, you can take advantage of the 35% discount on Steam via the link below, or mark April 2024 in your calendars if you're on console and for the full release. I will play a snippet from their new story trailer right now, and there will be a link below if you wish to watch the full thing.
must get up. There is still so much to do. You cannot let it end this way. She has been experimenting, creating monsters.
So for Call of Duty 2024, as you know, this is going to be Call of Duty Zombies' big comeback, because this is where we definitely know round-based is going to be back. Although, like I said before, Treyarch have said they want round-based returning in some fashion in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. We don't know to what extent that'll be, and whatever extent it is, it probably won't be a full-on experience. You know, we might get the odd couple maps, but they're probably going to be small experiences, not on the regular scale that we're probably going to get with Call of Duty 2024 Zombies, which is going to be the sequel to Cold War Zombies set in the 90s. Now, as I've talked about in prior videos, in the files of the Call of Duty HQ, because all Call of Duties moving forward now are going to be booting from the COD HQ using a unified engine, a bunch of weapons have been found for COD 2024 Zombies, and for some weird reason, there is the ray gun and also the jet gun. Now, the ray gun, obviously it makes sense to be back, but the jet gun, that's so weird. And this could potentially mean that they are planning on doing a TranZit remake in Call of Duty 2024, because fans have been asking for a TranZit remake for a very long time, because the first iteration, Treyarch were working on Extreme Crunch because they had a very ambitious plan for TranZit as being some sort of open world zombies experience, which Treyarch I guess have finally managed to achieve with Outbreak and Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. But their ambitions for TranZit were just not capable on the last gen consoles, and so it kind of released unfinished with a lot of features missing, and that's why the map was very controversial. However, now that the hardware's improved a lot since TranZit released in 2012, Treyarch could totally bring back TranZit and utilize and implement what their original plan was when they wanted to make the map. And I really think TranZit could be an insane experience now that the hardware's been improved. They could flesh out all of the blank space as well between the different survival maps, and I totally think they could bring back the map even as an open world experience, you know, in Outbreak, but they could have a round-based experience and a Outbreak version of it too. And I totally think they could do a Dark Ether version of the map where it's all purple and corrupted, because after all, everything at the end of Tag the Toe got sent into the Dark Ether. So TranZit would have literally been sent in there along with the Victor's crew, which probably haven't survived after all of these years in the Dark Ether. They're probably mutated into some sort of corrupted monster, or they're just dead. But yeah, the jet gun seems like it's going to be back, and if it is returning, like I said, it's probably returning because it was sent into the Dark Ether on Tag the Toe, and somehow it's been rebuilt from the Dark Ether. Remnants of it probably were found, maybe by Dr. Peck or Richtofen, and they managed to rebuild it. So it's probably going to be different to the original. It probably won't break and have to be a buildable. It's probably not going to have a lot of the annoying attributes that people had with the first jet gun. It's probably going to be quite different and be maybe a Dark Ether version of it. Now, in terms of a TranZit remake, how would it make sense storyline wise? We don't know. Like I said, it could just literally be set in the Dark Ether. Maybe Samantha Maxis, since she's in the Dark Ether, could stumble along TranZit while she's in there, and that could literally be the map. Maybe they could even do an experience where it's TranZit, Dire Rise, and Buried all broken up and merged together in one map set in the Dark Ether. That would be awesome, because we still haven't had a map fully set into the Dark Ether. We were expecting to get one in Cold War Zombies ever since we saw the Dark Ether on the first map, D Machine, because it looks so cool and it would be awesome to see that aesthetic in a full-on map, but so far we haven't received that. Now, of course, the Zombies Chronicles 2 speculation originally arose ever since we got Black Ops 4, and Jason Blundell kind of hinted at it before launch, and then we ended up getting a Nuketown remake in the form of Alpha Omega and a Call of Duty remake in the form of Tag the Totem. But it does seem like most likely TranZit, Dire Rise, and Buried were also planned to be remade for that game, as well as 2 more Chaos maps. However, the Chaos storyline got cut due to it not being received very well, because they were trying to tell Chaos and Ether at the same time. Closing up the Ether story whilst trying to start a new story probably wasn't the wisest idea. And because of that, apparently there was supposed to be a second season of content for Black Ops 4 Zombies that just got cut entirely due to the game underperforming. And maybe in that second year, that's when we might have originally supposed to see Alpha Omega and Tag the Totem, as well as TranZit, Dire Rise, and Buried, because personally I think that we were going to see Nuketown, then TranZit, Dire Rise, and Buried in between, and then go to Tag the Totem, and I think they kind of just cut those maps out of the story and went straight from Alpha Omega to Tag the Totem. That's my personal opinion. I think that's what the original plan was, because it made sense, because of course the Victors escaped from the cryogenic chambers on Alcatraz. It made sense for them to then end up on their retrospective maps that they initially played on before heading to Tag the Totem. tone, which they never were on before. Personally, I think that's probably how they were initially trying to close out the story, especially because we have a bunch of assets for the Victis maps already inside of Black Ops 4, the diner in Blackout, we also have the bus and Ted within multiplayer, and of course Buried is almost entirely remade within Blackout 2, so they had so many assets for those maps already in the game, and it's probably a similar case to Revelations, where Revelations allowed them to work on the Zombies Chronicles maps whilst also working on Revelations at the same time, because it was utilizing sections from those remade maps, and I think Blackout was the same, where it was utilizing sections from those maps so they could work on the Blackout map and the remakes at the same time. After all, we did see, you know, a section from Call of the Dead, The Lighthouse on Blackout, and then we also saw it on Tag the Torrent, so once again, similar to Revelations. So yeah, I think those maps got cut in Black Ops 4, but I really do think that Treyarch are eventually planning to bring back the Victis maps. There's no way they're going to leave them in the dust forever, because these are the only maps that have never been remade or remastered. Every other map has, at least the Treyarch maps. So I'm sure they'll bring them back at some point. Even Kevin Drew, the director of Treyarch Zombies, has said that he's heard the cries from the community, and if there's enough demand and maybe from higher ups, if they give permission, it could be a possibility. And if we want to see it, all we can do is just keep asking, and hopefully someone somewhere will eventually realize it'll be very profitable. But the thing is, we've only been talking about the Victis maps because of the fact that these are the only maps that have never been remade or remastered. However, I really think they can just bring back a load of the maps from the original Zombies Chronicles now, especially because the gameplay systems in Cold War Zombies and presumably COD 2024 Zombies are so different now from Black Ops 3 that they can bring back these maps and they will play entirely differently. And it's been so long now since the original Zombies Chronicles, I think they can bring them back again. To be honest, I think it's been long enough, especially because they bring back maps constantly in multiplayer year on year. They don't seem to have massive gaps between when they remake the same map. How many times has Nuketown and Shipment been brought back? They even brought back Shoot House twice from Modern Warfare 2019 to Modern Warfare 2. And I think they're going to start doing the same thing with Zombies to just improve and quicken the development time. But not only could we see the Zombies Chronicles maps, you have to bear in mind that even the Black Ops 3 Zombies maps could be considered classics now, because the game released in 2015. We're 8 years on, which is crazy to think about how fast time has flown. So technically speaking, those maps could be brought back. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought back Drag or Shadows of Evil, because it has been so long, and like I said, with the different gameplay systems introduced in Cold War and whatever gameplay systems they have in the next game, the map will probably play quite differently, maybe even better. So I think when we're talking about remade Zombies maps, we shouldn't limit it to the Victis maps. After all, they did bring back Shino Numa in Vanguard Zombies as a round-based experience, so I wouldn't put it past them to bring back more maps from Black Ops 1, 2, World at War, etc. Now, third and finally, Call of Duty 2025. What is the evidence for this game receiving remade or remastered Zombies maps? Well, I think that this is very likely because of the fact that it's been leaked that we're apparently going to see 2 Black Ops games in a row from 2024 to 2025, in a similar way to how we've had Modern Warfare 2 and 3 back to back. And apparently, the 2025 release, similar to how Modern Warfare 3 has all of the original Modern Warfare 2 maps at launch from 2009, the Black Ops 2025 game will apparently see all of the original Black Ops 2 maps remastered. And maybe this is suggesting that game could be set in the near future / almost present day, because Black Ops 2 was set in 2025. Since the 2024 game will be set in the 90s, maybe we could then get a Black Ops 2 era 2025 Black Ops game, and that could even tie into the Modern Warfare storyline, since they're taking place almost at the same timelines now. But anyways, if they are planning on bringing back all of the Black Ops 2 multiplayer maps, then maybe for Zombies as well, they're planning on bringing back a bunch of remakes / remasters, such as the Victis maps, or maybe even other maps from Black Ops 2, such as the original Mob of the Dead or Origins, especially because they're trying to cut development time, which is why we're now getting 2 Modern Warfare games back to back, then 2 Black Ops games back to back, then we'll probably get 2 Modern Warfare games back to back again, etc. Because it seems like they're not trying to do any new Call of Duty IPs anymore, and this is going to be a waste so that they can pump out games a lot quicker, and all of the operators and weapons will probably transfer from the Black Ops 2024 game to the 2025 game, and they'll just be reusing a lot of assets between the games, just making development a lot quicker, with the second year game being a lot of remakes / remasters like Modern Warfare 3. So yeah, this is all of the evidence that I think that within the next 3 years, I think it's very, very likely we're going to see probably TranZit, Arise and Buried, and potentially other remakes / remasters as well for Zombies. There's so much evidence that at least one of these games surely will deliver on that fact, because there's just so much evidence here. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comment section down below as always. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.